In the humid, bustling streets of Manila, where jeepneys rattle and street vendors call out their wares, there is a constant rhythm that pulses through the city, a rhythm not made by traffic or chatter, but by the steady bounce of a basketball. On cracked concrete courts tucked between high-rise buildings and tin-roofed homes, in barangays both rich and poor, Filipinos gather daily, united by an obsession that transcends age, status, and circumstance. Here, basketball isn't just a game, it's a way of life. How did a sport invented half a world away become the beating heart of the Philippines, capturing the dreams of millions and shaping the nation's identity? The story of basketball in the Philippines is one of unlikely beginnings and unstoppable passion. The game first arrived on these shores over a century ago, brought not by famous athletes or global media, but by American teachers, known locally as the Thomasites, who set out to modernize education in their new colony. Gymnasiums were rare, resources even rarer, but basketball had one key advantage. It didn't require much space or expensive equipment. All you needed was a ball, a hoop, and an open patch of ground. In the tropical climate, where typhoons and rain could quickly turn football fields into mud pits, basketball thrived. Courts sprang up in schools, town plazas, and even churchyards, drawing curious crowds eager to learn this fast-paced, high-flying sport. As the decades passed, basketball's hold on the Filipino imagination only tightened. The sport grew up alongside the country itself, weaving into the fabric of daily life and echoing the nation's struggles and triumphs. During the tumultuous years of World War II and the fight for independence, basketball provided a rare source of joy, a brief escape from hardship and uncertainty. After the war, local leagues flourished, and the game became a fixture in every community. For many, the basketball court was a place where dreams could take flight, where anyone, no matter their background, could shine. But what truly set basketball apart in the Philippines wasn't just its accessibility. It was the way the game seemed to mirror the spirit of the people who played it. Filipinos, known for their resilience and creativity, found in basketball a sport that rewarded quick thinking, teamwork, and heart. On a crowded Manila street, a simple ring nailed above a garage could spark an afternoon tournament, drawing players and spectators alike. It didn't matter if the court was improvised or the ball was worn. The joy was in the game itself, in the laughter and friendly rivalry that followed every shot and rebound. By the 1950s, the Philippines had become a powerhouse in Asian basketball, regularly dominating regional competitions and earning international respect. The country's best players became household names. Their exploits followed with the same fervor reserved for movie stars. The rise of the Philippine Basketball Association in 1975 marked a new era, turning local heroes into national icons and bringing the excitement of professional basketball to millions of fans. The PBA quickly became one of the oldest professional basketball leagues outside the United States, cementing the sport's place in the country's cultural landscape. Yet, for all its glitz and glamour, the heart of Filipino basketball remained in the grassroots. In every province, city, and village, local tournaments, known as Liga, would transform sleepy neighborhoods into arenas of excitement. Teams made up of friends, coworkers, and even rival barangays would battle for pride and bragging rights, often playing late into the night under the glow of makeshift floodlights. Victories were celebrated with feasts, losses were shrugged off with laughter and plans for next year. The game was more than competition. It was community. Of course, the Filipino passion for basketball wasn't confined to local courts. The arrival of satellite TV and later the internet brought the dazzling spectacle of the NBA straight into Filipino living rooms. Stars like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James became legends, their jerseys worn proudly by fans from Luzon to Mindanao. The country's devotion ran so deep that the NBA would eventually recognize the Philippines as one of its largest international fan bases, sending players and ambassadors to visit and host events. Some of the league's greatest names have spoken about the electric energy of Filipino crowds, who often cheer louder and with more heart than any other. This global connection inspired generations of young Filipinos to dream bigger. For many, the basketball court wasn't just a place to play, It was a stage where anything seemed possible. Kids would spend hours practicing their jump shots and crossover dribbles, imagining themselves under the bright lights of Madison Square Garden or the Staples Center. Even as the average Filipino stood shorter than their American counterparts, the nation's players developed a reputation for speed, skill, and an unbreakable will to win. Every so often, a local talent would break through onto the international stage, their stories celebrated as proof that Filipino determination could overcome any obstacle. But perhaps the most remarkable part of the Philippines' basketball obsession is how it brings people together. The game cuts across divides of class, religion, and politics, providing a common language in a country marked by diversity. In the aftermath of disasters, basketball games have helped communities heal and rebuild. During elections, candidates often campaign on courts, knowing that here they can speak directly to the people. Even in times of conflict, the simple act of playing ball reminds Filipinos of what they share, a love for the game and for each other. As the sport continues to evolve, so does its role in Filipino life. The rise of women's basketball and new digital platforms has brought fresh voices and perspectives, challenging old stereotypes and pushing the game forward. Young athletes now train with cutting-edge technology, while fans connect online to share highlights and stories. And yet, amidst all the change, the essence of Filipino basketball endures. It's found in the laughter of children playing with homemade hoops, in the cheers of packed stadiums, and in the dreams of every player who steps onto the court. To witness basketball in the Philippines is to glimpse the soul of a nation, restless, joyful, and fiercely hopeful. It's the story of a game that became more than sport, transforming into a bridge between past and future, hardship and hope. From the first bounce to the final buzzer, basketball remains the country's greatest obsession, a testament to the power of dreams and to the unbreakable spirit of the Filipino people.